I mean, they do, but it's not just them here. Like when we talk about Nvidia supply, you're talking about the entire industry supply to be able to supply these chips, right? So if they cannot meet the demand, nobody can. There's no other sort of similar at the level alternative. And it's just the industry demand is higher than what the industry can supply.
Hey, Kunjan, how big of an issue is super microcomputers woes for Nvidia?
Great question.
The third biggest, according to the Bloomberg supply chain function on the terminal, super microcomputer accounts for close to 8% of Nvidia's revenue. It's the third biggest customer after Microsoft and Meta platforms. That company's super microcomputers, that is, the struggles have been well documented and the stock has reacted accordingly. How should investors think about that?
Yeah, I can't comment about the issues that they are facing, whether it's from audit perspective or the stock perspective. But when we just look at the fundamental supply chain, I mean, there doesn't seem to be high risk there. It seems from most of the data we have seen that the sales that were made through them seems to be normal, regular sales. And now, even if you take the worst case scenario and you think, okay, this customer won't exist, which is really a OEM manufacturer, right? The competitors to that company can easily pick up that volume, like someone like HPE, someone like Dell can easily take their place and take up that volume and sell the NVIDIA systems to their customers.
So I want to, Lynn, come on back in here. I am thinking too about the impact that NVIDIA could have on the AI trade, also on just kind of the overall market momentum. We have seen some, AMD is down about 1% here in the aftermarket. Dell was down about 0.5%. We have seen some reaction among other AI-linked names. So, let's broaden out here. NVIDIA is just such a bellwether when it comes to all things AI, and we understand why. How does this report, if at all, shape your thinking about what's going on when it comes to the AI ramp-up?
I think people will take it with a grain of salt. I don't know that anybody will look at this earnings report and say, well, I guess the AI boom is over, and like call an end to the entire thing. They're still facing extreme demand. Incredible, I think, was the word he used. And I think, if anything, NVIDIA will be emblematic of what we have seen this entire earnings season across the chip supply chain and across AI, which is that the demand has been choppy. Some have been big winners. Some have been big losers. I think you're seeing some choppiness, and I think you're seeing, mostly because the fundamentals here are strong, as our analyst just said, mostly what you're seeing is like a tempering of Wall Street's expectations, if anything. It says less about the AI boom and more about how the market is perceiving it, and sort of like a wake up to the reality that maybe it isn't going to be this massive profit machine, but more of a steady stream of revenue.